For those of you who stuck around to the end of the video I did on our 5-year review of this camper van, then you know that we are going to have a custom van built. And I wanted to share more information about that with you. But this video is not just about the van build. I've also have some kind of random videos that I've been filming over the last several months. We've been home a very long time, and I'll explain that maybe next week. One of those things that we've done over the last several months is have a small meetup that someone else organized. I didn't organize it. So I'm going to share a little bit about that. And then I also thought I'd share a couple of recipes of some things that I always take on our trips. And if you're interested, you can stick around for that. The van build, which is the most exciting for us. It's been a long time in the making. It's going to be a Ford Transit van, and it's going to be built by George at Humble Road, which most of you already assume. The van has been ordered. It was ordered in November, and we don't even have a VIN number, so it hasn't started in production. So why did we go with the Ford Transit? Well, John's tall and he's tired of hitting his head. There are basically 3 main objectives for our van build. One is to make it a lot lighter, and that is why we will be eliminating propane, the awning, generator. The new van will have a second alternator, which will do a great job of charging our batteries. We will have a bigger battery bank, the Lithionics battery, so it'll be 630 amp hours of batteries. The new Transit will be all-wheel drive, so if we do drive it up into the mountains during the winter time, we won't have to put on chains and won't have to deal with all of that. And it will have basically pretty much every option you could put on a Transit van it will have. It is the Adventure Van package, and it's kind of specifically made for people who are going to be upfitting their vans and making them into camper vans. The second objective is to get rid of things that John hits his head on. And I am really interested in a van design that pretty much eliminates everything that's kind of like eye level and above. That'll be an interesting thing when you consider we do want a bathroom. Doesn't have to be solid all the way to the top. I've seen just a ton of amazing ideas on YouTube and online. Seen probably thousands of van tours. Lots of ideas. We know we'll have to compromise on some of our wishes, but that's the way things are when you're in a small vehicle. And then the third objective, the reason I agreed to a longer vehicle, because this will be the extended Ford Transit, is because we would like to be able to get our bicycles inside of the van. So, you don't have to worry about theft. That if we do upgrade to better e-bikes, especially, we don't want to worry about them getting stolen. And it will be nice to get them out of the dust because we love dirt roads, and get them out of the rain. So those are our main objectives. And I just want to say a few things about why we chose Humble Road. I am aware that there are lots of good upfitters out there, but I've been following George for many years, back when he had his own Pleasureway van and he was doing upgrades to it. The reason I did the cab shelf, was because of George's video. I just love the way he thinks. I also love that he uses 80/20 aluminum in his builds. It will lighten the overall weight of this build. And I like the look. The best way to get a feel for George's talents is to watch a van tour he did for the YouTube channel New Jersey Off-Road Adventures. I'll put a link in the description box. And of course, subscribe to George's channel Humble Road if you haven't already. And I like European styling, I like modern styling, and a lot of heavy wood just doesn't do me. I like lots of windows as well. So this new van will have privacy glass on all the windows, so it'll be a full windows all the way around, several, max air fans. It will hopefully have a skylight. We will, of course, still be getting Agile Off-Road to do other work to the van. This van will come with a larger gas tank than the traditional Transit van. It's slightly larger. I don't know if we'll add an auxiliary gas tank to that. We will definitely get their ride improvement package done to the new Transit van. And of course, an air conditioner that we can run off the batteries. One more thing to say about the Ford side of things, which is that I think it was in March that Ford actually stopped taking orders for new Transit vans. They said they were sold out for the year. Something to be aware of if you are thinking of having a custom van built. About a year ago, we were down at the air show in Huntington Beach, and we ran into some viewers. And Beth and her husband I think they had either just gotten their Pleasure Way or they were about to. Anyway, she ended up organizing a little meetup at Bolsa Chica State Beach back in February, asked us if we wanted to come. And she only posted it online for maybe a day or so when she was getting a lot of hits. So maybe 10 or 12 vans that showed up, and it didn't have to be a Pleasure Way van. We had one road trek, and it was just a great way to get together for a few hours, maybe have some food, and share ideas and tips. I thought I'd just share a few of the clips and encourage you to maybe organize something in your area.
Yeah, this is awesome.
This is awesome too.
So like, is it got in orange?
Our tire doesn't
Yeah.
swing. And did you screw in through the steel?
No, it's not screwed in. It's hooked in through here. See? It's just like that.
Okay, I gotcha. Drawer, that is a great idea. That is such a great idea. Today I thought I'd share a couple of recipes. These are things that we always take with us on our adventures. The first one is granola. Now, of course, you can buy granola anywhere. It's outrageously expensive. But the reason I make it myself is because I make it without any added fat. Honey, some maple syrup, sometimes not. This is whole ground flaxseed. I like these Trader Joe's honey roasted almonds. My favorite oatmeal is the extra thick organic rolled oats. Some unsweetened coconut. You can throw in some vanilla if you like, or cinnamon too if you like that. And some pecans, or you can use any kind of nuts that you like. And I'll start out with maybe 1.5 cups of oats, but I can add more if I have too much liquid and add more liquid if they're too dry. I start out by warming up the honey. This honey had actually crystallized, and so it, will make a liquid again. It's one way to save your honey, but don't boil it. And I'm gonna put in one of these little baby spoons of bean paste, but you can just use vanilla extract or leave it out. I haven't added any syrup yet. Sometimes I wait to see if I need a little bit more liquid, and that's when I'll add the syrup just with the oats, or sometimes I'll put it in and heat it up with the honey. I'll put all the dry ingredients in with the oats. Gonna mix it all up together and then add the liquid. And that's probably too much. I'm gonna add some more oats. Now I'm gonna line a baking sheet with parchment paper. Dump this out. Now I'm going to bake it at 300 degrees for 10 minutes, and then I will mix it all up again and cook it for another 10 minutes. I use the granola on top of oatmeal, in yogurt, sometimes on ice cream. It's just really nice to have on hand, and it's so easy. I think I could actually make it in a skillet in the camper van, and I might try it on this trip. While that is in the oven, I'll move on to the second recipe, which are peanut butter balls, and they're no bake. We love them for hikes and just for snacks when we get hungry in the middle of the day. And it's a lot of the same ingredients. I'm gonna make it in my KitchenAid. I used to do it by hand, but I'm gonna do it in the mixer, and let me show you the ingredients. So I use the Laura Scudder's natural peanut butter. You can't use something that's homogenized like Skippy or something like that. It needs to be the kind that has the oil that separates. And then there's coconut again, some more flaxseed oil, whatever nuts you like, and some these stevia sweetened chocolate chips. I love these. I use both the dark chocolate and the white chocolate, and they are really good in this recipe. And I just noticed last time I was at Costco that they are now selling basically the same thing. I almost forgot, you also have to add oatmeal. And then I take my little tiny ice cream scoop, make little balls out of it. And then I will refrigerate them until they're hard and then put them into a container and keep them in the refrigerator. Of course, in these peanut butter balls, you could use cashew butter or almond butter instead. You could add raisins, any kind of nuts you like. Whatever you like, just make it your own. Let the granola cool off and then I will store it in an airtight container. Unfortunately, my dishwasher is out on a marathon walk, so I've got to do some dishes. Thanks for watching. See you soon.